Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I think you are all well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. I am Muhammad Yamin Apu, an assistant teacher of mathematics, National Ideal English Version School, morning shift. Today I am going to take a math class for the student of class 7. Today's topic is chapter 4, example 21 and 24. Okay, our today's lecture number is 5 and you have a homework. Your homework number is 4. My dear students, will solve example question number 21 and 24 only. Okay, so 21, question number 21 is simplify this one. That means we need to simplify this one. For simplifying this one, we need to know the rules of simplification. What is the rules of simplification? The rules of simplification is Bodmash way. Okay, the Bodmash way. I am writing this one. Okay, BODMAS, Bodmash. This is the way to solve the simplification. What is the meaning of Bodmash? My dear students, B indicates bracket, O means order or off. Okay, O double F off. O means order or off. It's a multiplication sign. Okay, this orders work or off work is a multiplication work. D means division. D means division. Okay, M means multiplication. M means multiplication. My dear students, A means addition and S means subtraction. That means in this order we need to solve any simplification in Bodmash way. B means the bracket, O means order or off, it is the work of multiplication. Then D, after that order we need to do the work of division. After division we need to do the multiplication work. Then we need to do the addition work. After that we will solve subtraction. My dear students, there are three kinds of bracket. Actually there are four kinds of bracket. There are three kinds of bracket. There are first bracket, this is called first bracket, this is called second bracket, and this is called the third bracket. There are also a bracket that is line bracket. You haven't do to understand that one. Okay, first of all try to understand this three bracket. Is first bracket, second bracket, third bracket. That means when we get all the brackets work, then at first we should solve the first bracket work, after that second brackets work, after that the third brackets work we should solve. Okay, now the simplification number 21 is given here. We need to solve that one. My dear students, now look at the board and try to solve this one. Okay, this one is 6 minus 2, second bracket start is 5 minus first bracket start 8 minus 3 plus first bracket, another first bracket is we have 5 plus 2. That means first of all we need to write it down again. That means solution is 6 minus 2, 5 minus 8 minus 3, first bracket close, second first bracket start again, it's 5 plus 2, first bracket close and second bracket close. My dear students, now we need to solve at first in Bodmash way. First of all we need to solve the brackets work. Here are two brackets, second bracket and first bracket. In this, between this second and first bracket, we need to solve the first bracket work first. There are two first bracket. That means we need to solve these two works at first. Okay, that means we need to solve 8 minus 3 and 5 plus 2 at first. So other number will remain unchanged. Our number will remain unchanged, my dear students. Okay, now 8 minus 3 equal to 5. So here we will write down 5. Okay, now it's a single number, so we can omit the first bracket. Now the plus sign, it is 5 plus 2 equal to how much? It's 7. So 7 is also a single number. That means we can omit also the first bracket. That means only the second bracket will need to give here. Okay, my dear students, now after the first bracket work we need to solve the second brackets work. That means we will solve now this brackets work. In between this bracket we have a plus sign and a minus sign, but in Bodmash way we need to solve the addition first, then the subtraction. Okay, the addition first, then the subtraction. To do this one, my dear students, to do the addition first we need to arrange it first. Okay, how we should arrange? Look, this 5 has no sign in the front. That means this 5 has a plus sign. That means 5 will write down here. After that this 5 has minus sign, so we will write down this minus 5 later, because this 5 has a plus sign. we need to write down this plus sign in front of that minus 5, because we will solve at first the addition, then we will solve the subtraction, my dear students. Okay, for that we will arrange this one, addition at first, then subtraction. So we need to arrange the plus signs number at first, then we will write down the negative signs. Okay, now we can add. How we can add? This 5 plus 7 equal to how much? This 5 plus 7 equal to 12, my dear students. Okay, 12, and this minus 5 will arrange here. Now, my dear students, it's 6 minus 2 is remain unchanged. Now it's 12 minus 5 equal to how much? Equal to 7, my dear students. It's a single number, so we can omit this bracket. Now look, before this bracket we have only this number 2, so this 2 is multiplied with this bracket. This 2 is multiplied with this bracket because there is no sign, that means this 2 is multiplied with this bracket. So this is equal to 7, and this 7 is multiplied with this 2. 12 minus 5 equal to 7 is second bracket we can omit because 7 is a single digit, a number, single number. So now this 7 is multiplied with this 2, we can write down directly this one. Okay, now my dear students, we have a minus sign and a multiplication sign. In between these two signs we will solve the multiplication first. Okay, because in the Badmash way there arise multiplication at first. So 6 will remain unchanged, the minus sign. Now 2 and 7 is multiplied with each other, so 2 7s are how much? 2 7s are 14, my dear students. Okay, now we will subtract this one. When we subtract 14 from 6, we will get minus 8. We will get minus 8, which is our required answer of this simplification. Okay, so it is minus 8 is our simplified answer. But students, I think you have understood. In the Badmash way, you should solve every simplification. First of all, brackets work, then the orders work, then our division, multiplication, addition, and the subtraction work. Second one is another simplification. We will solve this now in here. But students, please look at the board very carefully. It's thrice x minus 5y. We should write it down. Thrice x minus 5y minus second bracket is third, it's 10z minus first bracket is third, 5x minus 10y plus thrice z, first bracket close, second bracket close, and the third bracket is also closed. Now the way to solve, we need to first solve our first brackets work. Here we have three brackets. First bracket we have, second bracket, and we have third bracket also. First of all, we need to solve the first bracket. In between the first bracket there are three terms, 5x, 10 minus 10y plus thrice z. These three terms are different variable they have, so we can't add or we can't subtract. That means now we need to omit this bracket. To omit this bracket, my dear students, look, in front of the first bracket we have a minus sign, right? In front of the first bracket we have a minus sign. That means all the term will exchange their signs because of this minus sign. Okay, when we arise in a minus sign in front of the bracket, then in between this bracket how many terms are there? All the terms will exchange their signs, my dear students. Okay, so for this minus sign all the terms will exchange their sign. That means this plus, this 5x has a plus sign in front, no sign, that is plus sign. That means this 5x will take minus sign. Okay, 5x has a minus sign. Now 10y had a minus sign before, so 10y will take plus sign in before. Okay, and thrice z has a plus sign before, so thrice z will take minus sign is before. Okay, and now we already omit this first bracket, so we will give this second bracket only, then the third bracket. Now my dear students, we will solve the second bracket's work now. In between the second bracket, look, there are four terms and there are two terms which has the similar variable. There are two terms which is a similar variable, is 10z and minus thrice y. Okay, these two terms has a similar variable, so we can add or subtract. Okay, other term will remain unchanged, my dear students. It's now look, 10z minus thrice z, how many it will be? It will be 7z. From 10z, when we subtract thrice z, we will get 7z, my dear students, and the other term will remain unchanged. That means minus 5x plus 10y will remain unchanged. Now we will give the second bracket and the third bracket close. Now my dear students, in between the second bracket we have the three different variables term, z term, x term, y term, so we can't add or we can't subtract. That means we need to omit this second bracket now. Okay, to omit the second bracket, my dear students, look, it's very careful. In before the second bracket we have again a minus sign in front of a bracket. When we arise any minus sign, then in between this bracket how many terms are there? All terms will exchange their sign. Look, minus, it is 7z has a plus sign, no sign is this plus sign. Okay, so 7z will take a minus sign, minus 7z. Now my dear students, 5x has a minus sign before, so 5x will take plus sign before, plus 5x, and 10y has a plus sign before, so 10y will take minus sign in before, and we have omitted the second bracket, so we will give only the third bracket now. Now the second bracket work is done. After this one we will need to solve the third bracket work. In between the third bracket there are 4 terms, and my dear students, look very carefully, the two variables are similar terms. That means it is plus 5y and it is minus 10y. These two terms are similar variables. This term has a similar variable, so we can add or subtract. Other variable will remain unchanged. That means other terms will remain unchanged. Now from 5y we need to subtract 10y. From 5y we need to subtract 10y. That means we will get minus 5y. Okay, we need to subtract minus 10y from the 5y, so we will get minus 5y, and other terms will remain unchanged. That means 7 minus 7z plus 5x will remain unchanged. Now my dear students, in between the third bracket we have no similar variables terms, so we can't add or can't subtract now. That means we need to omit this third bracket now. To omit the third bracket, look very carefully, in before the third bracket we have a minus sign. That means all the terms will exchange their sign. It's 5y has a minus sign, so 5y will take a plus sign, plus 5y. Okay, this 7z has a minus sign, so 7z will take plus sign, plus 7z, and my dear students, it's 5x has a plus sign, so 5x will take minus sign. Okay, minus 5x. Now we need to add this one or subtract this one. My dear students, there is no bracket now, but we have 4 terms. In between these 4 terms, 2 terms have the similar variable. It's thrice x and minus 5y. So we need to subtract 5y from thrice x. It is how much? When we do this one, thrice x minus 5x, we will get minus twice x. Okay, and the other variable and other variables term will remain unchanged. That means it's plus 5y plus 7z. This is our required answer. That is required. This is solution of this simplification. My dear students, I think you have understood these 2 problems. Now you have the homework. You have 2 homeworks, my dear students. I solved already example question number 21 and example question number 24 for you, and you will solve for me in homework 4 in chapter 4 example number 22 and 23. You must solve it in your homework copy, and my dear students, you can submit your homework copy on every Saturday. Okay, I think you have understood my today's lecture. See you again inshallah. Till then, Allah Hafiz.